here. I had to do a voiceover because the camera did not pick up my voice when I was out there in the field. So you'll see me talking, but you're not going to hear the actual words from that video. So what I'm doing today here is just showing you how I cut my 16-inch pieces and making them all equal. What I'm doing here is I'm using a zip tie. This is from an HVAC system. You can get these at your home center. Tie it onto the handle, measure off the blade, cut it off at 16 inches because that's the number I like to use. And that's it, you're done. I've tried the method with the painting the lines, measure the log, and paint it every 16 inches. That's just too much work. Extra time I don't want to spend. I've also tried the magnetic sticks and found those to be a burden just because you're constantly taking it off and putting it on. Losing it, can't find it, burying it in sawdust, breaking them. I gave up on it. This here seems to be the fastest, cheapest system I can come up with, and I'm all about cheap. So in a minute I'll show you how to what we do in action with this thing. It's no effort, just eyeball it up on the end of the log and make your cut. And this strap never gets in your way. Folds up easy, it's easy to slide it around on the handle. I'll show you my method here of how we cut our logs. I got my skid steer loaded with the grapple shovel. On one side it's the original factory cutout of the fork there, so it grabs the log nice and tight for me. On the other side, I ended up modifying it a little bit, and I put a piece of pipe on there and welded it on. And that's for the much smaller logs that I get. You never know what size I'm getting delivered here. And the smaller ones are easier to grab with the pipe down at the bottom of the teeth. Gives me a better grip. But here all I'm doing is I'm eyeballing up the end of the zip tie on the end of the log. And there's nothing to it. You do it one time, walk down the log, and cut at the same time. Whereas if you're painting marks, and you gotta walk down the log with the stick, with your tape measure, paint your lines, put everything down, come back and do your cuts. So you're walking that length of that 20-foot log twice. So think about how many times you do that during a day, and how much time you save by just doing it one time. Yeah, it might be, seconds, 30 seconds difference each time, but start adding that up on how many times you walk down a log in a single day. And then calculate that out for how many times you're going to do it over a season. You'd be surprised how many hours you're going to save just by doing it once. And that saw was a little bit dull on the chain. When I get to the end of that log, I've got it buried inside that bucket, give me better stability. So now I just raise the bucket up, grab the piece again at the end. Now I got 2 more cuts to make on that piece of lumber. That's how I like to keep everything off the ground. I never touch the blade to the ground. As you all know, that this dulls your chain super fast. I'm getting decent chips off of this, but it could be sharper. For the plastic inserts of these totes that you buy or you acquire free, does a good job covering the engine. A lot better than a tarp. Make it a good day. Go make some dust.